So, guys, right here, this is important. They give us this statement. Okay, what is this telling us here? DG is what? Perpendicular. Okay, so what we need to add to our diagram is a box. If I see perpendicular, that upside down T, we need to put the box. Where would the box go? Because this is DG is perpendicular to DF. Where's the box going to go? Yeah, it's going to, you can put it, because it has to be at the D. So it can go here, because DG is perpendicular to DF. So you need to first add the box. All right, so this first section is just reviewing angles, the facts about angles. They want the sides of angle 4. So here's my angle 4 right here. The sides are the rays. Our rays are from the vertex D, that's the vertex, and out. This is what we did last unit. So we would say DG is one side. So what's the other side of this angle? Yeah, but you have to start at what letter? Yeah, it's DC. You have to start at the vertex, okay? Okay. For 2, now they're asking you to give the vertex of angle 2. Do y'all see the 2 is here and the end here? So do we see what the vertex is going to be? What letter? D. Yeah, D. Okay. All of these angles, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them have a vertex of D because they have that in common. Now remember, another name is using 3 letters to name an angle. So I could say angle 3 here is EDG. So I could, or I can go in a different order and go GDE. All right, then we're classifying, then we're finding angle measurements. Now, the measurements are going to change because they say if I know angle 5 is 42 degrees, they want us to find the measure, and angle 1 is 117. They want you to find CDF. So C to DF is the whole angle here. So do you understand what you were going to have to do here? If I know 5 and 1, CDF are the 2 together.
So there's an E.
Huh?
Is that an E or F?
That's an E. Did anyone figure out what to do here? I want to find the angle C to D to F. This whole angle. You add the adjacent angles, yes. You just add the parts. Okay. All right, so you're going to have a mixture here. This is because you have to still know your angles. Okay, so on a problem like 17, I would just start off with the vertical. They gave me the 112, it's vertical. And the reason why I know these two are the same, do you see this marking here? The arc with the tick mark? If they have the same marking, they're showing it's congruent. So all I have to do, hopefully we see right off the bat, what other angle do we know is 112? Angle B. Angle B, because it is also vertical. So I could put 112 there. And then all I need to do to find the remaining angles is 180 minus 112. So you're going to have to do some computation. You're going to have to add and subtract. You need to start with vertical, then use linear pair. Okay, start with vertical, then use linear pair. Like on 8, vertical, C is vertical to this 25. So I know that's 25. Then I would use a linear pair here, or I can use a linear pair to find my A, because together they would add up to 180. So vertical, linear pair, that's the key to this. Then you have some algebra. Okay, we have some keywords here. BD bisect, so we know these two congruent angles are congruent. You also want to label the given. So they tell us that DBC right here is 79. And they tell us that ABC, that's the whole angle here, is 9x minus 4. Oops. Sorry. Let's try and undo this. Make that better. 9x minus 4. Okay, so we have to write equations on 10 and 11. Do we know the equation we could use here? Using our understanding of bisects.
9x plus 9x minus 4. That's 39.
So what angles do we see?
Cube.
Yeah, acute right here. Do you understand what bisects means? This is a key. What does that mean? What's happening here? Yeah, you have two congruent angles. So if DBC is 79, then what is ABD? It's also 79. The 9x minus 4 represents the whole angle. So what's our equation here? 79 plus 79 equals 9x minus 4. On 11, we had some people struggle to understand that this expression is representing that angle inside. The 7x minus 1 is this angle, and the 6x minus 1 is the adjacent angle. What angle pair do we have here? Yeah, this is a linear pair show. If you have a linear pair, then it equals 180. So your equation should equal 180.
So I'm going to put the equation 7x minus 1 plus 6x minus 1 equals 180.
Yes, 7x minus 1 plus 6x minus 1 equals 180. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 13x minus 2 equals 180. You're right. Simplify and solve. Okay, so when you get to the back, so flip the worksheet over real quick. Now we're back to what we started this unit with. Analyzing diagrams, true or false, and then drawing conclusions. Okay, which of the following may be assumed, yes or no, indicate what's missing to justify your answer. So number 12 says line NQ. So they're referring to this line here, this vertical line, and that means perpendicular to line LQ. That's that line there. Yes or no? Can I say that they are perpendicular?
Yes.
This would be no. What's missing if I see this? Yeah, there's no box. No box. Justify it. That's our justification. It's missing the symbol. There's no box. Okay? So here on number 13, they're talking about this angle NLQ. So I might just trace the letters to make sure I'm focusing on the right angle. So N to L to Q. That is this angle here. And then they say Q and L. So Q to N to L. So this angle and this angle, are they congruent? Could I say they are congruent? Those two angles. Here and here. Can I say they're congruent? This is no. Why not? They don't have no arcs. So you might have to go back to our diagram paper or our reading diagrams, the second entry of our unit, to help you with this section. Okay. All right, then from 23 to 25, you're drawing conclusions. Okay, this goes with that sheet as well. You're going to be given some information right here. It's given that 1 is a complement to angle. That should be actually angle 3. Sorry. That's a typo. Sorry. So can I conclude the measure of angle 1 plus angle 3 equals 90? Yes, you can make that conclusion. So this is yes. And what would be our reason to make that conclusion? Yep, definition of complementary angles. And I'm just going to abbreviate that. So they are going to give you, or start off with your given information, and they're going to show you their conclusion they made, and you're going to tell me why they made that conclusion using your facts that you know. The special angle pairs, okay, different definitions, all right. And then the last part here, you have to mark each figure. So this first statement, YF is congruent to DA. What do we need for this marking? We need tick marks. Okay, so I'm going to color code, but you don't necessarily have to do that. I just need to see that you have a tick mark between Y and F, and then between D and A, like that. All right, on this next one, so we did this one. Here it says angle YRA is vertical to DRF. So that's what, I know it cut off here, but they're saying they're vertical. So how do I mark that to show that they're vertical? Yep, we need arcs here across from each other to show vertical. Now it says FA bisects, that's the key word, DY. Here's the segment, oops. Here's my segment FA. Here's my segment, oops, it's supposed to be yellow. So FA is the horizontal line. DY is the vertical line. FA is doing the cutting. So to show bisects, we're going to need tick marks between YR and RD. Now notice I put 2 tick marks because I already did a single tick mark. So when I add an additional tick mark, I need to now put 2. So that's done. And then our last one here, we are going to show that these 2 angles are congruent. So I just trace, I go DFR, so the arc should go at F, always at the middle letter. And then we have YAR, so our arc should be at A. And there's all the 4 markings. This is a separate grade, okay? Remember, if you're not with finished decimals, you need to do that. I'm going to get into check real quick.